Hi everybody, just sitting here with my Christmas jumper. And I just wanted to talk about the Lockforce conference that we sat in earlier this month. And we had a little session where we talked about kind of three different types of service providers. We talked about the fact there are rogues, there are amateurs, and there are professionals. And we discussed this as a group, and as you can imagine, unequivocally, we agreed that we are in the professional category, and that's great. And so we said, okay, well, if we're in the professional category, let's list out what makes us professional. So we went around the room, we talked about our know-how, our how smart we are, our uniforms, the quality of our tools, our ID badges, our liveried vehicles, the insurances, the DBS, the communication, our punctuality, all those things, and there's no doubt, that we are a professional outfit, and everyone who kind of wears the Forces Group uniform, knows that, understands that, and strives for that. We don't get it right every time, but we strive for it. Yeah. But if you're not tuned into all things on that list constantly, then you definitely have an opportunity to improve further. But what we talked about is actually, I think there's another level that we should strive for and shout about, and it's a level that makes you, stroke us, stand out from everybody else. You see, the way I look at this is that I think customers, certainly the best customers, expect nothing less than the things we listed out. To me, it's kind of given. It's common sense to me, but it's not common. But we also know that most of the competition just completely incapable of doing these basic things really well. So we definitely stand apart. But I think there is more we could do to help set you and us apart from the competition. Because the way I look at it is, if the competition actually sorted themselves out, they could easily do the basics brilliant well, and then you and the brand are just like everybody else, so we get put into the same comparison. And being the same as everybody else is not a great place to be. So my question is, could you swim in this blue ocean? I'll talk about that in a minute, rather than splash around in the red ocean. And so what the red ocean is it's where everybody fishes. It's where it's where competition is high, prices are low, whereas the blue ocean has less people in it, less boats on it, if you like, and the fishing is easier. Work is steadier, prices are higher. And on the blue ocean, you are the go-to person for what you do, and how you do it. And there's definitely, we've definitely transcended into this area in some way, but we can do more. So, how do you stand out and position yourself in your marketplace? And I'll talk about you specifically. How do you stand above the other professionals that say the same things on their websites? And there's a number of things. So reviews, we always talk about this, but are you the most reviewed pest controller or locksmith in your area? Check that out. And if you are, do you tell people? Do you put it on your website? Do you celebrate these milestones some fantastic milestones, 500, thousands, 1,500? Got to shout about these things. Stand apart. You are the most reviewed. And then we can talk about awards. And as a group, we have awards and we've been nominated for awards. But what about you in your business? Could you be nominated or even win a local business award? There are loads of opportunities out there. So if you look, we will definitely assist you, and you can now become the most reviewed and an award-winning person of what you do. And just as an aside, at the conference, I spoke about the importance of proper thinking and taking action to help you develop and grow your business. And in talking about this, I'm going to show you how this real thing works out. So with regards to awards that we gave out, we realized that we were missing a trick by not thinking properly. Because by celebrating success at the conference and handing out awards, we are effectively creating award-winning business owners. So we've thought about this, we've taken action, and we've actually this year created some award logos, and we've also backdated it to anyone who won it in previous years. So if you won an award since the conference in 2018, then you are now an award-winning person of what you do. And I know there'll be cynics that say, well, it's just an internal thing, but think about it. By winning it, you are actually in the top 2% because of the number of people in the network. So actually, it is worth it, and you need to shout about it. And then we talk about being accredited or accreditations, and there's no doubt business accreditations hold weight for different people and for different customers, but they are still a point of difference, whether it be the British Pest Control Association, the Master Locksmith Association, CHAS, CEPA, Checkatrade, trading standards approved, Ring approved installer, Brisson installer, whatever it is. Some of these are easier to achieve than others, but don't dismiss them because they make you stand apart. And then we move into T&Ts, those meaningful things that you do that customers talk about, talking people becoming your raving fans. It's those wow moments that you create in the eyes of the customer. And while a lot of these will be spontaneous things, but even better if you make it, the things you do, make it part of the customer journey. It's kind of what everybody expects to receive. And an example that would be maybe the automated email sequences that come out from the customer care package, because they are really good little touch things that other people just don't do. And this is all about doing things that other people don't do, or doing the things that are harder for other people to do. And then we get into the last one, which is a bit deep. It's that bigger purpose. You know, as you know, we have a purpose of helping others not as fortunate as ourselves. It's about raising money. We have 3 charities that we try and raise money for, and it gives us a purpose. And we can talk to customers about our bigger purpose. And maybe you've got a purpose, something pertinent to you, to the local environment. Maybe you support a local charity or other things. So people buy into these things. So as we move into 2023, I'd just like you to think a little bit about your positioning, because if you think about your positioning and how you're going to portray that to your local market, you could really stand apart and create your own little blue ocean. So it may be a bit deep, a bit deep, but hopefully thought provoking. And we'll see you in 2023.